Lyman, Kentucky, where the Knott County Central Patriots will play host to the Jenkins Cavaliers tonight. I'm Jeff Franklin, along with Cat Sizemore. And Cat, game tonight pitting the team with 3 wins on the season. Knott County Central against Jenkins with no wins on the season. But as you say so many times, I think you can throw the records out the window.
Right. In a game like this, particularly down to this part of the season, anything can happen, and I'm sure we'll see an exciting football game here tonight, Jeff. It ought to be very interesting.
Knott County coming into the game tonight looking to win tonight and be the most wins ever by a Knott County football team. I'm sure that has to give them some inspiration.
Right. I'm sure they want to improve on their record and show the people that they can play football. But on the other hand, you have Jenkins, who hasn't won a football game. This may be one of their last opportunities, so they're going to be going out hard for it, too.
And Jenkins, even though 0-9 on the season, has played some good football this season, and we're looking for a good game tonight. The Knott County Central Patriots are going to be introduced right now, and let's meet them.
Well, in this step, I'm a junior and play wide receiver.
Kevin Fields, junior, tight end.
Chuck Everidge, junior, quarterback.
Jeff Hall, senior, tailback.
Rodney Sloan, junior, slot back.
Dwayne Amberg, junior, and I play fullback.
Darvin Messer, senior, center.
Jamie Martin, guard, junior.
Michael Potter, senior, right tackle.
Reggie Ritchie, senior, guard. George Ambergy, sophomore, tackle.
Joining us now is a 7-year head coach of the Knott County Central Patriots, Ronnie Holcomb. And Ronnie started this program here at Knott County, and Cat Sizemore is going to talk with him right now.
Well, Coach Holcomb, you and I have seen each other for a number of years now. Of course, I've been an official here in the mountains for years, and I've often officiated some of your games, and it's a real pleasure being here tonight helping to do the television game that you guys are going to put on for the people at home tonight. What kind of a season have you had so far, Coach?
Well, Cat, right now we're 3-6, and that equals the most wins that we have had here at Knott Central. We feel we play a tough schedule. We feel that our program has been up and down. We do feel that this has been a good season for us, and the fact that we've played a tough schedule. We've played a lot of young kids. We're not a senior ball club. We're dominated by juniors, and we've shown a lot of improvement this year. We moved the ball much better than we have in the past.
Well, Knott County really hasn't been playing football all that long. I know you've been here 7 years, but still, in order to have a successful program, you need to work for a number of years to build this thing. And, of course, you've won a number of games this year. How do you feel about your team in the future?
Well, I think it looks good for next season. If all of our juniors come back next year and play, and have a senior ball club, it's been quite a while since we've had several seniors on our team, and if we can come back with this bunch of juniors this year and have our sophomore group come in and play well, we could be a much improved ball club next season.
Well, very good, Coach. Wish you the best of luck, and maybe you can keep improving year in, year out here now and develop into a real fine program here at Knott County.
Well, we hope so, Cat. Appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you very much. Jeff?
That's Ronnie Holcomb and the Knott County Central Patriots. And when we come back in just a moment, we'll meet the Cavaliers of Jenkins and their first-year head coach, Randy Bentley. Cavaliers offensive starting lineup and their head coach, Randy Bentley.
Henry Banks, senior, offensive tackle.
Jody Gray, senior, linebacker.
Jason Helton, senior, offensive tackle.
Keith Stanley, tailback and flanker, senior.
Joe Nash, junior, offensive guard.
Derek Hall, junior, tight end.
Lanier Gray, split end freshman.
Fred Fleming, freshman, guard.
Eugene Howe, freshman, center.
Kevin Green, fullback, freshman.
Matthew Figure, quarterback, junior.
Chris Clark, flanker, junior.
And that's the offensive starting lineup for the Jenkins Cavaliers. Joining me now is first-year head coach Randy Bentley. Randy, I'm sure it's been a difficult season to go through in your first season, having not won a game.
Right, it has been very difficult. We've had a lot of, people came out the first year, and due to a lot of injuries and other things, we're down to about 19 people right now. So it's been a long year.
Does this game maybe add a little bit of spice to it in that you're playing your former high school coach at Fleming Neon?
Oh, yeah, that's, I think it's about the third time now I've been able to play against him. He's won all 3 of them, but, it does add a little spice.
You're looking to change that tonight, aren't you?
All right, I'm certainly going to do that.
Randy, best of luck to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All righty. Randy Bentley, the first-year head coach of the Jenkins Cavaliers. And when Cat Sizemore and I return, we'll give you the defensive starting lineups for both clubs and the kickoff of tonight's game between the Knott County Central Patriots and the Jenkins Cavaliers.
Host the Cavaliers of Jenkins, and it's all brought to you by Chris Perkins, your choice for...
And here's the kickoff to start this football game. Jenkins kicking off to Knott County Central, and the Patriots taking it. And with the pickup is Ruff Hall, and Hall is met at about his 25-yard line.
Hall fumbled the football, Jeff. Of course, he's able to get his own fumble back about the 22 or 23-yard line, looks like.
So Knott County Central will start out. 1st and 10, we'll call it the 23. And we'll set the Jenkins Cavaliers defensively now. At left defensive end, Henry Banks. At left tackle, Philip Bentley. Left guard is Fred Fleming. Then we move across the other side of the line. It's Eugene Hall at right guard. Jason Helton at right tackle. And Judd Nash at right defensive end. We'll pick up the rest in just a moment. First play of scrimmage for the Patriots. Chuck Average, the quarterback under center. And it's a delay to Hall, and he fumbles the football again, but he fortunately falls back on it at about the 25-yard line. So with the fumble cat, he looks like he picked up a couple of yards.
Well, it looks like Jenkins is going after that football, Jeff. They're going to try to take it away from him if they can.
Finishing up Jenkins defensively, as we were describing them, with a 6-man front, they will run from a 6-2 defense. The linebackers are Jody Gray and Mike Castle, and we'll pick up the DBs in just a moment. 2nd and 8 from the 25, and here's a pitch out. And this time it goes to Dwayne Ambergy. Ambergy found some running room and gets across the 35. He should have the first down.
The quarterback made an excellent play on the option play that time, Jeff.
Fred Fleming on the stop that time.
Looks like he gained 11 yards.
A big gain that time for Ambergy. And the DBs very quickly for Jenkins, Lanier Gray, one of the deep backs, along with Derek Hall and Matthew Figger is the safety. Here's a pitch to Hall, running the outside, finding lots of running room, turns the corner. He's at midfield where he is brought down there.
There's another option play. Jenkins is going to have to learn how to play that option, looks like, tonight.
Derek Hall with the stop for Jenkins.
About 15 yards, look like that.
Nice gain. He got it across midfield. Just the nose of the football, resting at about the 49-yard line, they'll call it. It's another first down, so the second first down picked up, in fact, on back-to-back plays by Knott County Central. So they're moving the football very well. And they run from a slot I formation and keeping it, or rather giving it off that time to Rodney Sloan, the first man through, or check it. That is Ambergy on the carry. Dwayne Ambergy.
Looks like he got about 3 yards, Jeff.
Ambergy with a gain of 3. 2nd and 8 coming up from the, we'll call it the 46 for Knott County Central. Knott County will run from a multiple offense, which will feature the wishbone and a slot I formation. Again, they're in the I as Everidge whispers something to his tailback, Ambergy, and Knott County Central going to be called here for delay of game.
Well, it appears that the defense jumped off sides.
Okay.
Gave him for encroachment. He cannot penetrate that neutral zone there before the ball snapped, Jeff.
I was assuming that Everidge, taking the time to whisper something to the tailback Ambergy, had taken too much time, so instead it's a 5-yard penalty against Jenkins, and that makes it 3rd and 3 from the 41 now for Knott County Central, and Everidge in the over the middle, firing a pass complete, and that is complete to Kevin Fields, the tight end, on a nice look-in pass over the middle from quarterback Everidge to his tight end Kevin Fields, 6 foot 155 and a junior.
About 16 yards, looks like, Jeff, on that pass reception there.
A nice pass from Everidge as he faked it into the line to Ambergy and fired right over the middle to Fields, who picks up the first down and a lot more yardage. And they have it down at the 25-yard line of Jenkins as they're moving the football very well on this first drive. Everidge on the keeper and gets outside and gets lots of room and gets all the way down to about the 15, looks like, of Jenkins, which is going to be near first down yardage.
Looks like he picked up about 11 yards. That would be enough for a first down.
A first down for Average. And they have now picked up 4 first downs in this drive alone. Clock moving. Just a little bit more than 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
The ball is about the 14-yard line. Looks like, Jeff, another pass.
Average again complete to his tight end, Fields. And Fields fighting for some room, but the hold of his leg and not letting him go anywhere that time was Jenkins' Chris Clark. Clark would not allow Green to get, or Fields, I should say, to get away from him.
Looks like he gained 4 yards on that, approximately 4, looks like.
So it brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Patriots.
Be 9 yards then.
About 9 yards? Okay.
Right.
My bad. 2nd and 9. And Average firing over the middle and complete. The pass goes to Waylon Eastep, the wide receiver, and it's a touchdown for Knott County Central. Coming with 8:05, looks like, to play here in the...
8:25 left on the clock in the first quarter.
Okay, thank you very much, Cat's Eyes Moore. 8:25, and the Patriots get on the scoreboard on, what was it, about an 11-yard pass play, or...
I gave him credit for a 6-yard. They were down, yes.
Okay. 6-yard pass play from quarterback Average to Waylon Eastep, and in to attempt the extra point attempt is James Ratliff. And Ratliff nails it, and the Patriots draw first blood in this football game, scoring a touchdown on their first drive.
Jeff, they were able to march the ball down the field without getting any penalties. Of course, this helps. You know, lots of time a team beats itself by getting bogged down during the drive by committing some type of violation.
And they were also aided in that drive by a Jenkins 5-yard penalty for being offsides. So Shane Franklin to put the toe to it. He does. And it's hauled in by Jenkins. Jody Gray on the carry, and he'll get it up to about the 30-yard line on a pretty nice return by Gray.
Took the ball on the 15, looks like he back to the 31, so to give him a 16-yard return on that kick.
So Jenkins will start the drive with 8:17. 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line.
Defensively for Knott County tonight, Jeff, it looks like Jamie Martin is going to be the right end. George Amberg is the right tackle. Thomas Morey is the right guard. We'll be back in a minute with the rest of them.
Finish up on the Knott County defense in just a moment. Matt Figger under center, the quarterback for Jenkins, as he gives to Gray, the first man through, and Jenkins running hard, crosses the 35, maybe to the 37. Knott County runs from a basic defense, a 6-2. They'll come with a 6-man front. Sometimes they will come with a 5-man front. And Cat, you finish up the rest.
The left guard for Knott County is Reggie Ritchie. The left tackle is Mike Potter. The left end is Mark Combs. And we'll get the defensive secondary here shortly.
So they give Gray a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Cavaliers. And again, Gray gets the call. And this time not going to find the yardage that he found last time, as he almost got to the 40, and then he is hauled back by a...
Looks like you may have picked up about 3 yards on that, Jeff. At your linebackers in there for Knott County right now, at your inside linebackers, looks like we have, who's number 30 is Scotty Triplett. Number 36 is Sherman Holiday.
Well, they give Gray on that last carry a gain of 4 yards, so Jenkins facing a 3rd and 2 here. And again, Gray gets the call, and boy, he runs into what looked like a brick wall there. That brick wall consisting of Michael Potter and Reggie Ritchie, that left defensive side of the Knott County Central line. And I think this brings up the time to talk about Mike Potter, as we see, well, that's Jody Gray, the man who ran into Potter, who's down on the field right now. Coach Ronnie Holcomb very high on Mike Potter. Potter 6'4", 235 and a senior. He says that he could play college football, and he also has a 3.8 grade average. And with this injury, break in the action, we'll take this timeout with 6:35 to play in the first quarter. Knott County Central 7, Jenkins nothing. We'll have to punt the football away. To put the toe to it is Lars Frias, and the punt will bounce at about the 30 and roll inside the 25, and that's where Knott County Central will get the ball on their second possession of the evening from their own 27-yard line, we'll call it, 1st and 10.
Jeff, we had an interesting comment to make here about the punter just then. The kid is an exchange student from Denmark. His name is Lars Frias. The kid's over here from Denmark, so it's kind of interesting to see a kid here in eastern Kentucky from that part of the world.
He's 6'1", 205 and a senior, and that's all he does for this Jenkins football team is he trots onto the field and kicks the football away. So Knott County sets up 1st and 10 from their 27. Average with a pitch to Rupp Hall. Hall getting to the outside. And
Jeff, there's a flag. I don't think the backfield got set before the ball was snapped. There'll be some illegal motion in the backfield, I think.
It should go against Knott County Central. We'll see in just a moment. Rupp Hall that time on the carry. Another football player that head coach Ronnie Holcomb has been especially pleased with this season. In the last 3 games, Holcomb says he has rushed he knows of for over 100 yards in each of the last 3 games, and he said it may even go back further than that.
The kid's a good football player, by all means.
Hall 5'7", 135, and another senior. And by the way, this is senior night here at Knott County Central High School this evening.
Coach Holcomb was telling me before the game, Jeff, that he only has 8 players as seniors this year, so he should have a good nucleus of a ball club for next year.
So the penalty going against the Patriots for backfield in motion, or motion anyway, and so it brings up 1st and 15 from their 22, and average again with a give to Hall. Hall finds some room up over the middle as he crosses the 30-yard line to about maybe the 33. So he got a whole lot of that yardage back right there, plus a little more with it.
Looked like he got about 10 yards on that one, Jeff. So it's going to bring up, what, 2nd and roughly 5, yeah.
2nd and 5, so Knott County needing the 5 yards that they were assessed the penalty. 2nd and 5 from the, should call it the 32, let's say 32 of Jenkins. Average with an I formation, and this time I think Jenkins, or I should say Knott County Central, will be called for taking too much time.
Right, you'll have a delay of game. They exceeded the 25-second count. The back judge usually keeps up with that, and he's the one that threw the flag.
And by the way, that'll give us an opportunity for you to set our officials for this evening.
Okay, the officials tonight are from the 14th region. Your referee is David Barker. Your umpire is Ernest Walker. Your linesman is Ira Combs. Your line judge is Harlan Davidson, and your back judge is Ira Combs. They're from the 14th region, Jeff.
So the penalty, delay of game going against Knott County Central, makes it 2nd and 10 from their 27. And again, the pass over the middle, complete to Fields, and Fields gets it up near the 40-yard line. And the same pass play that we saw just a little while ago.
Jeff, that's a belly pass, they call it. They ride the fullback in there with the ball to make it look like a run, and then he pulls it out and hits his end right over the middle, his tight end.
And it's worked very well on the last 2 times that Coach Ronnie Holcomb has pulled that one out of the playbook. And
that's good for about 18 or 19 yards, looked like.
Also good for a 1st down, and I believe that is Knott County Central's 5th first down of the evening. 1st and 10. From the 42-yard line to give to Rupp Hall. Hall over midfield into Jenkins territory all the way down to about the 43-yard line, where he is finally brought down by Lanier Gray along with Derek Hall for the Jenkins Cavaliers to make the stop.
Jake, looks like he picked up 18, 19 yards on that.
So another 1st down for Knott County Central, and they're running the football at will against the Cavaliers.
You may see Jenkins switch to a different defense. They're playing their 6-2 right now. If this continues, they may have to switch over to another defense trying to stop them.
1st and 10 from the 43, I formation, this time from Knott County, and the pitch again to Hall. Hall across the 40, and fighting for yardage, gets down to about the 38-39. as making the play for Knott County, or I should say for Jenkins, Chris Clark again on the stop. Clark wearing number 41, 5'9", 140, and a junior. Jenkins, a very young football team, and not that many players out at this point of the season. Only about 17 to 20 players dressing for this football game for Jenkins. Average pass out into the flat, going complete out there to Rodney Sloan. Sloan is gone. He will not be touched as he dances on down to the sideline, as he tight ropes the sideline, I guess you should say, and goes on in for the second touchdown of the evening for the Knott County Central Patriots. That was about the 42, 43-yard line, we'll call it. Okay.
Looks like it's good for about a 39-yard
39,
touchdown.
Yeah. After the carry just moments ago by Ruff Hall, about a 39-yard touchdown pass from Average.
Average made a nice fake then to his pitch man and then just kept the ball and hit it out in the flat on a little screen, Jeff.
That's coming with 3:19, I believe, to play in the first quarter. And the second time Knott County Central touches the football, they score. Ratliff again to add the extra point. It's long enough, and it's good.
Dead perfect, Jeff, right in the middle.
And the Knott County Central Patriots have gone on top of the Jenkins Cavaliers 14-0. Knott County looking to win this game tonight, and if they do, it would be the most wins ever by a Knott County football team since the program was started here 7 years ago by head coach Ronnie Holcomb. They're 3-6 entering this game this evening, and they would have to consider it a successful season, I'm sure, to pick up this win and finish out the season 4-6, Cat.
Jeff, Knott County is a AAA school. They've got something like 650 students in the upper 3 grades, whereas Jenkins only has about 190. So there's, you know, disparity in the numbers there with both schools.
And there's a kick hauled in this time by Knott County Central's Keith Stanley, and Stanley upended by Knott County. In on the stop there is Scotty Triplett down there to make the play. Triplett, one of the linebackers for Knott County, as you'll see him coming up on this next series. That last drive took Knott County only 5 plays, and going in last time on the drive that covered 73 yards. Kick was good, 14-0. Jenkins with a football now. At quarterback Figure. Figure on the pitch, going back to Stanley, and then on the double reverse, loose football, and finally recovered by Jenkins. They do get back on the football.
Right. Number 74, Jason Helton.
Jason Helton, who starts at the left defensive tackle, managed to get back on top of the football.
Jeff, there's something that in a little razzle-dazzle plays, sometimes it works, but lots of time it'll get you beat. In that situation, they tried to double reverse with a pitch back, and there's going to be a pass off of it, and they just fumbled the ball, and it was still alive, so they had to fall on it for it was a fumble, or a lateral.
So now Jenkins with the ball deep in their territory. He's looking at about a 2nd and 25, and passing in a complete pass going to Derek Hall. Hall up over the 35, 40-yard line, and he fumbles it, and Knott County Central recovers it. That looks like coming up with a football for the Patriots, Mark Anderson.
Jeff, there was a whistle on the fumble, and which killed the ball. Somebody blew the whistle a little early there, but the whistle does kill the ball. Yes, sir.
Looked like it might have come a little early, but
the kid was in the tackler's grasp, so they could, you know, he could rule his motion was stopped, but an early whistle there prevented it from being a fumble.
The pass and the subsequent fumble is good enough for a first down for Jenkins. And they'll have it 1st and 10 from their 47, let's call it. 1st and 10 from their 47, as that pass from Figure to Derek Hall, good for a first down. And giving the ball off as quarterback Figure to Keith Stanley. And Stanley on the carry. Jody Gray injured or shaken up.
2 yards.
Didn't find much running room. Jody Gray injured on that last series of downs as not seen him back in there, and he's still not back in the backfield for Jenkins.
Well, Jenkins is like Knott County. They're going with their tailback lots of time in this offense.
And they're going in the I formation, which we'll see them do most of the evening. Wideouts to each side, and the pitch going to Stanley. Here's the reverse again. And they lose football. Clark loses it, but coming up with it is Gray, and Gray is shoved out of bounds over on the far sideline at about the 25. And, well, Cat, they've gone to the well twice, and apparently
this was a triple reverse. But he dropped the ball. Of course, he may have gotten some yardage if he'd held on to it, but he almost got outside, but he lost about 12 yards, looked like, Jeff.
So a big loss for the Cavaliers. It'll bring up third down and long yardage. They need to get the football up to about the 47 for a first down.
Jeff, when they start using these razzle-dazzle plays, this usually tells you that the other team has them outmanned lots of time, and they try to do this to offset their strength.
Figure back to pass with wideouts to each far sideline, and that pass intended that time for Derek Hall and incomplete. That time he had wideouts, two to the far side, one to the near side, so obviously in a passing situation, but it falls incomplete as it was intended for Derek Hall, his tight end.
Had a good defensive position there with the halfback. He was right in the receiver's way there on that pass, Jeff.
So again, Jenkins will punt it away. Frias back to punt. He's having trouble with it. Now he's going to be thrown for a loss as Knott County Central will take over the football. That looks like about the 10-yard line.
These fumbles are going to destroy the Cavaliers, looks like, Jeff.
The fumble there on the punt as Frias just couldn't get it down to get it off. And Knott County coming with a rush that time, I think, obviously. And it works, and they have the football.
Got it on what?
About the 11-yard
line, yes.
First and 10 from the 11. And that will be the end of the first quarter before they can get a playoff and begin this drive from the 11-yard line. So we'll go to the other end of the field, and as we do the for Knott County Central, and that ball will just die right there about the 40-yard line. I should say 30-yard line, as Travis Ravisi fell on the football for Jenkins.
The ball was loose on the ground. He just covered it up to make sure he got control of it, Jeff.
And it's just shy of the 30-yard line. So Jenkins will start out first and 10. Let's call it their own 28. With 10:30 to play. Second quarter, excuse me. 21-0, Knott County. Figure handing off to, well, let's see who came up with the carry.
It's a big pilot, Jeff. It's hard to find his number.
Well, let's see as they unravel. Getting up off the bottom of the stack is Kevin Green, the fullback. Green, 5'11", 150, and a freshman for the Jenkins Cavaliers. Something that we talked about a little bit earlier, Kat, but we did not get a chance to talk about it in the game, and I think we'll get the opportunity here in just a moment. First-year head coach Randy Bentley. He is playing against tonight his former head coach at Fleming Neon, Ronnie Holcomb. But you know a little bit more about him than that, and we'll tell our folks about that in just a moment.
Right, Jeff.
Here's the old flea flicker, and Figure looking long, and it's picked off by Knott County. Coming up for the interception is Shane Franklin, the safety. And
Jeff, the man was behind him. The quarterback is just trying to throw it too far. I think it's overextended his arm, and Franklin was there to intercept the long pass.
And that's the first turnover that we have seen in the game. We saw a couple of fumbles by Knott County, well, also fumbles by Jenkins, but the first one that we've actually seen the football change possessions on. And so Knott County will have it first and 10 from their own 43. And we'll get back to the Randy Bentley story in just a moment. Jenkins, or I should say Knott County Central, first and 10 from their 43. Just a little more than 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Average looking to pass and firing complete, but dropped out in the right flat by Ruff Hall.
Well, we have to give the defensive end there, Judd Nash, got a hand on that ball very slightly, but just enough to knock it away, looks like, Jeff.
Randy Bentley, as we said, played football under Ronnie Holcomb at Fleming Neon, but he went on to play more than just high school football, didn't
Right,
he, Ken?
Jeff. He was an outstanding high school quarterback, and in fact, I got to work some games for him while I was officiating high school ball, but he went on to the University of Pittsburgh. I think Johnny Majors, Jackie Sherrill were up there at the time and recruited him, and he was on the national championship team at Pittsburgh. So he's been exposed to some very good football.
Hall gets the call for Knott County, and he crashes across the 45 near midfield. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play. Oh, it's 2nd and 3 from right at midfield for Knott County. Well, maybe before very long, Randy Bentley will begin to build that program.
Jeff, it takes a while. If you see a program that's got new coaches ever so often, it's very hard to sustain a program. So it takes a little while to get one established.
Knott County again in the I formation with wideouts to the bottom of your screen, which you can't see. And on the draw play, the give goes to Hall. Hall's got all kinds of room. He gets all the way down to the 30 of Jenkins before he is tripped up by Henry Banks, the left defensive end. But we have a flag right there where he went down. Did you see it?
Okay, Jeff, I didn't get to see what. Let's see, maybe Mr. Barker here, the referee, will give us a preliminary signal.
We'll get it all straightened out in just a moment. Next year,
must be a dead ball foul. They're setting the chains up, so we'll probably go against the Patriots after the player was down.
It's about a...
They set the change, and it's 1st and 10 from there, and they're going to mark off some yardage, so it'll be 1st and long.
That'll nullify a 15-yard gain by Rupp Hall for the Patriots and bring it back to the 45.
If it just nullified the run, it'd been much better, but this sets the chain, so it makes it 1st and 25 now, rather than it would have been probably 1st and 10.
Yeah, but it's at the 45-yard line. 1st and 25 from the 45 for Knott County. And Everidge with the long count, and the gift goes to Rupp Hall, and Hall is going to be stopped this time behind the line of scrimmage. The right defensive end, Judd Nash, making the stop for Jenkins, 6'1", 175, and a junior. I was going to make comment earlier, Kat, next year the high school football district will be realigned in Kentucky, and we'll set that picture for our fans here in just a moment. It'll change for both of these clubs in Class 3 and in Class A. Average again back to pass, looking and firing, and complete to Rodney Sloan at the 27-yard line. Sloan with a nice catch, and he was brought down there in the secondary by Figure along with Derek Hall.
So it covers about 20 yards, looks like. It's still going to be short of a first down, Jeff. It's going to be 3rd and approximately 6.
3rd and 6 for the Pats. At their 27. Clock moving. 7:12 to play in the first quarter. Knott County leading 21-0. Here's the option. The pitch going this time to Ambergy. Ambergy all the way down the sideline and knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. There
Looks
you
like
see
he picked up about 18 yards on that carry there, Jeff.
He was knocked out of bounds, as you saw on your screen there. The clock stopped, 7:02 to play, 21-0. Knott County Central leading in this football game. They have scored every time they have touched the football.
They've been very successful with the option that they just ran then. They only have one man covering the option, and they can't do that, Jeff.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line flags. Let's see.
Looks like the long call at the line of scrimmage has pulled one of the Jenkins men off sides. No? Yes, that's right.
Yep.
So that'll
take
put
a little
Knott
closer.
County a little closer to the goal line.
1st and 5 now, as it takes it inside the 10-yard line to about the 8.
They can pick up a first down too, Jeff, so they don't have to score from this point.
And Knott County Central probably got a little something going now where they feel like they have to score every time they get the football.
Right.
They're going for 4 for 4 here. Average, back to pass, looking, firing, complete, touchdown. Waylon Estep, the wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown reception of the night from Average, and Average has now thrown 3 TD passes this evening. And
There wasn't anything fancy about that. They
Nope.
just took off and hit him on the run.
And the Pats go up 20, 7-0. With 6:49 to play here in the second quarter, on an 8-yard pass from Everidge to Estep.
Looks like we have a new man trying the extra point this time, Jeff. We have number 20 in there for Knott County.
And that would be Shane Holcomb.
I wonder if he's any relation to the coach.
I was wondering the same thing myself. And the kick is no good, however.
Holcomb is a 5'7", 140-pound freshman, so he could very well be the coach.
Could very well be, correct. That drive started at the 43-yard line of Knott County Central, and it goes 57 yards in just 6 plays. So Knott County ready to put the toe to it. And let's see, will that be Holcomb again? Yep, it will be. Holcomb puts the toe to it, and it bounces at about the 27-yard line, where it'll just be covered right there by the Cavaliers as Travis Ravazzi falls on the football once again. And so Knott County Central
going to start about the 29-yard, looks like, Jeff.
Giving it away to Jenkins on the kickoff. Will begin 1st and 10 from their 29.
Something Jenkins hasn't been doing. Of course, the kicks have been a little short, but they need to feel that ball in the air so they'll have some time to return those kicks.
6:49 to play first half, I should say. I formation behind Figure. Knott County with that 6-2 defensive formation, and the pitch goes this time to Stanley, and Stanley is struck out of bounds on the far sideline at about the 30-yard line. Over there to make the play is Scotty Triplett, one of the linebackers for the Patriots.
Looks like he picked up about 2 yards on that sweep.
2nd and 8 from just across the 30-yard line, the 31 for Jenkins. We want to thank you for joining us for high school football here on WYMT TV this evening. I'm Jeff Franklin along with Kat Sizemore, and we appreciate you joining us tonight. Join us again tomorrow afternoon for high school football as the Morgan County Cougars meet the Prestonsburg Black Cats from Prestonsburg tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. Here's a look-in pass over the middle and almost caught by Derek Hall, but boy, he had some real pressure there from Knott County. Back there, Rusty Johnson, one of the safeties.
Jeff, he almost had the ball. He's thrown just a little behind him, and he got his hands on it, but the defensive people hit him just in time to jar it loose from him.
Brings up 3rd and 8 now for Jenkins. They have picked up just the 1 first down, which they got back in the first quarter on the complete pass that went to Figure to Derek Hall and was fumbled for a 1st down. Figure looking long and caught a beautiful pass to Lanier Gray, and he will not be caught as he scampers on into the end zone for the touchdown. Just a beautiful pass play.
It's 68 yards, looks like, Jeff.
Matthew Figure just laid that one right in there on the numbers over the shoulder of Lanier Gray, the 5'7", 140 freshman. And he goes on in for the touchdown, and Jenkins has finally scored in this football game with 6:09 to play. First half. Beautiful.
Looks like Lars Fries is in the ball game to attempt the extra point.
That'll be the first time that we have seen the...
Looks like he's a sidewinder, one of the soccer-type kickers.
The Scandinavian in to put the toe to it, but it's blocked. Somebody got a hand on it, and I believe that man was number 30 there for Knott County Central, and that would be Scotty Triplett. He got a hand on it and blocked it.
Scotty plays as a linebacker, normally on defense.
He's on a linebacker, and he was the guy that got the hand on it, too.
Right.
So with 6:09 to play first half, Jenkins has scored, and we'll take this time out. The score, Knott County Central 27, Jenkins 6.
Alice Lloyd, a special...
And it hits at about the 30, now kicks backwards, and going back there to fall on it or retrieve it is Rupp Hall. Hall trying to find some room, now comes across the 25, maybe up to the 30-yard line.
They picked it up on the 8 and got it out, looks like, about the 16 or 17, Jeff.
Okay, totally all wrong on the yard. I formation behind Everidge. They give to Hall. Hall fighting for some room. Gets across.
Jeff, there's a flag there from the line judge, and somebody was offsides. Or well, he's counting the players, so there may have been 12 players on the field.
So we'll
Yes,
sort
they do. The Cavaliers have 12 people on the field, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty against the Cavaliers.
Knott County Central has scored every time they have touched the football this evening. 4 times they have gotten the football, 4 times they have scored.
You see the referee there marking off the 15-yard penalty assessed against Jenkins for illegal participation. They had 12 people on the field.
Also, you see Rodney Sloan coming out of the game, and checking in for Knott County Central is Scotty Triplett. Triplett, who also a linebacker. You see him as one of the wideouts. There he is at the bottom of your screen. I formation. Average with a long count. They've been successful in drawing Jenkins off tonight, but not that time. The give goes to Rupp Hall, and Hall crosses the 25, gets up near the 30-yard line.
Jeff, you can see the intensity that the Cavaliers have now since they got the points on the board. That was Judd Nash that made the tackle there. They're much more aggressive now since they scored a touchdown.
Definitely put life into the Cavaliers, to say the least. 1st and 8 now. All right. Well, I shouldn't say 1st and 8, but 2nd and 8 for the Patriots, and on the option that time, keeping it Average, and Average has the 1st down and more across the 45. A nice keeper and gainer by quarterback Chuck Average.
Looks like he picked up about 19 yards on that play, Jeff, or close to that.
He kept it on the option that time, and everybody for Jenkins was fooled as he kept it and cut it up and has the 1st down and more. The ball is...
Jeff, that option play is one of the hardest plays to defense, particularly for high school kids that haven't been exposed to that type of play very much, and it's very hard to defend that.
This time, Hall got the call, and he maybe picked up maybe 3 yards on the play.
Jeff, looks like Hall has carried the ball 12 times so far tonight, and he has 74 yards.
He was brought down by Robbie Sexton, one of the men for Jenkins making the stop. Now 2nd and 7 for Knott County. From their 48. Long count by Average, and there's the same sort of pass play we've seen all night long. It's complete to Sloan, and Sloan will be very near 1st down yardage. He'll have it. He'll have more than enough. He needed to get to about the 45-yard line of Jenkins.
Looks like he gained 12 yards.
And he got it all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Should be enough for 1st down for sure. That was just the cornerback was giving him too much cushion, and they just threw a little look-in pass. He was giving him too much room.
So 1st and 10 for Knott County from their, well, I should say the Jenkins 40. And there's a loose football, but Average gets it back and now throws it complete over the middle of Fields. Fields is finally dragged down at about the 28-yard line. And that was a broken, busted play for sure, as Average, a bad exchange from his center, Darren Messer. But Average just knelt down, picked it up, and found Kevin Fields, his tight end, over the middle for the complete pass, and it's good for a 1st down all the way down to the 28-yard line of Jenkins.
Looks like he picked up about 12 yards on that reception. Just a quick little look-in pass down over the middle.
Not bad for a play that was almost for naught. I formation. Average, again back to pass. Looking, and this pass is going to be incomplete.
He tried to hit his back, one of his backs out of the backfield out in the flat, and just, it's hard to handle. The ball was there. He could have caught the ball very easily.
Intended for Dwayne Ambergy. Out of the backfield. 5'5", 180 junior. But a little bit harder time for Dwayne to haul that one in. So it brings up a 2nd down and 10 for Knott County. Clock is stopped with that incomplete pass. 3:34 to play. 1st half, and Knott County leading 27-6. Again, the I formation, and the pitch this time to Rupp Hall, and Hall is caught behind the line of scrimmage, although he does manage to get some good yardage after that. And there to make the play again, Robbie Sexton for Jenkins, 5'11", 155, and a sophomore.
Hall started so deep in the backfield that time, running from that deep tailback spot, that he was he got it back about the line of scrimmage. Very little gain on that one, Jeff.
Knott County eating up a lot of time on the clock during this drive, though. Winding down to almost 3 minutes to play here in the first half. And they have driven it very well and maintained possession of the football. Everidge with a pass out in the flat this time. Caught by Estep. Estep is broken loose. And he will go all the way down and in for the touchdown. Waylon Estep, his third touchdown reception of the evening.
That was 29 yards to Estep there, Jeff.
A 29-yarder this time. He has caught one for 8 yards, one for 6 yards. That will be the longest of the night.
Well, he's effected a little pitch play and then threw a quick screen out in the left side there to Estep.
Comes with 2:45 to play. 29-yarder from Everidge to Estep. And for quarterback Chuck Everidge, that's his fourth TD pass of the evening.
Jeff, the Coach Holcomb is getting his young kid in there to get some experience at kicking in a game like this, which is very good.
Everidge holds it. Holcomb kicks it, and
just a little short. Fell just short of the crossbar, looks like.
So Knott County Central, 5 for 5 on the evening. They've touched the ball 5 times. And again, this is a Class 3A school going up against a Class A school. And I mentioned earlier that they will change as far as the district alignments next season in Kentucky high school football. And we'll tell you how these two teams will line up next season in just a moment in their districts. There's the kick by Holcomb. It's a little short, but this time it'll be hauled in by Knott County, or I should say by Jenkins. And a return, a short return. That's Matthew Figger, the quarterback. Maybe a 5-yard return.
He caught it, looked like close to the 30 and got it back to about the 38. So we give him about 8 yards on that return. They caught it that time and got a little yards out of it, Jeff, which is an improvement from the last time.
So they will begin 1st and 10, just shy of the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 38. 1st and 10 from the 38 for Jenkins. High formation, one wide out to the far side. You see him at the top of your screen as Figger gives it. First man through. That going that time to Kevin Green. Green, a freshman, 5'11", 150.
Looks like he picked up about 3 yards on the carry.
As far as Jenkins playing in Class A in the district they play in, everything will remain the same with them. They are in the same district with Phelps, Fleming Neon, Virgie, and Jenkins. And the teams that will be added into that next year will be Johns Creek and Pikeville.
Right.
And, of course, the Pikeville Panthers will be a hard team to contend with next year in that district.
I'd say Pikeville will probably be the favorite.
Figure again, handing off to Green. And Green maybe for a yard or two. Knott County Central, on the other hand, they play currently in the same district with Leslie County, Breathitt County, Clay County, and Knott County. That will change next year. Leslie County will drop down to AA football, and coming into that district next year will be Belfry, Johnson Central, and Sheldon Clark, and Belfry is the hoss there.
Belfry is a very excellent football team over there.
Figger dropping back to pass. Now he's catching some heat, and he will be brought down. Coming in there to bring him down for Knott County Central. First man to get to him, Randy Rose, who's into the game at one of the guards, 5'7", 135, and a sophomore. And I'll tell you what, we're going to see a lot of new people, I'm sure, the rest of the way in this game for Knott County Central.
Well, Coach Holcomb, I'm sure he doesn't want to embarrass his former pupil there, Coach Randy Bentley, so I'm sure he's going to play as many of his young kids as he can tonight, even though this is senior night.
And Jenkins will have to punt it away again. Lars Fries back to do the punting this time. Gets it off with a good rush coming from Knott County. It'll hit it about the 48 and take a Knott County Central bounce back into Jenkins territory where the Cavaliers down it.
Jeff, nothing's going right for the Cavaliers. Even the ball, it bounces against them tonight, too.
48-yard line, let's call it, and Knott County Central will begin from there. And let's see if we don't see maybe just wholesale changes. No, there goes Chuck Everidge back in to do the signal calling for the Patriots.
It's a little early yet. I know you give a team a little momentum here. You know, you you want to let your younger guys play, but if you give that other team momentum again here, they're still not out of the fire yet, Jeff.
And they got something to try to keep it going here. They scored 5 times every time they've had the football. They might just want to continue to do that. That time, Derek Hall with the football, but Knott County Central will not score this time when they have the football because the half comes to an end before they can do so. So, we play one half of football from here at Knott County Central High School on Seniors Night, and it is the Knott County Central Patriots leading the Jenkins Cavaliers at Jeff. Yes, they did, and I'd like to wish you a very safe and happy Halloween from WYMT TV. To begin the second half, Jenkins hauling in the football, and with it is Stanley. That is Keith Stanley, who takes the kickoff and returns it back to about the
32. Yeah, it looks like about a 17-yard return for Stanley.
32, 33-yard line, where Jenkins will begin the second half and trailing Knott County Central 33-6. Jeff Franklin and Cat Sizemore along with you, and glad to have you with us this evening.
Jeff, this is a good night for football. It's
certainly
nice and crisp.
As the high school football season winding to a close in Kentucky, at least as far as the regular season is concerned. Figure back in at quarterback and fakes it and now gives it. And a loose football. The football
was a misdirection play there. It looked like they may have knocked the ball loose, but I think he retained possession there, Jeff.
Jenkins did get back on the football. Chris Clark, who's running in the backfield also for Jenkins, was the man who carried the ball and subsequently fumbled it as well.
Looks like he picked up about 3 yards on that carry.
They give him a gain of a couple. Call it 2nd and 8 from the 34 for Jenkins. Figure looking to pass.
Misdirection
play. Misdirection. And they give this time again to Clark, and not much better this time.
Well, he ran it inside the first time, hoping they could hit the middle, and, of course, that was stopped up, so they tried to run a reverse on the outside, and that gain may be 1 yard, so the two efforts give him a total of about 3 yards.
Clark apparently has replaced
He's playing in the wingback position out there.
He's playing in the place of Jody Gray, who was unable to return after that injury suffered in the first half. So Clark, a 5'9", 140 junior, but now with an I formation, and Figure back to pass and blitz coming all the way from Knott County, and Mike Potter, the left tackle, 6'4", 235, and a senior in there to make the play, and he's having himself a fine evening in what would be his last game as a Knott County Patriot.
I tell you, it's kind of hard to keep a guy that's 6'4", 235 out of that backfield, Jeff.
That's right.
Particularly when you have a 5'7", 140-pound blocker back there.
And I bet Coach Mike Holcomb would like to keep him for another year, but unfortunately he will not be able to do so. And this time, Frias gets off a pretty nice punt that will drive Rodney Sloan back to about his 33-yard line, and he won't even make an attempt to return the football, where the Cavaliers get down and cover it.
Jeff, things are going a little better this time. Even the ball took a better kick for him that time and everything. So maybe Jenkins will come back here and make a good show this half.
Well, no return. So Knott County Central begins from their own 33, we'll call it, with 9:35 to play third quarter, and leading the Cavaliers of Jenkins 33-6. And back in a quarterback average with an I formation behind him. And the give, first man through, Rupp Hall. Hall has lots of room, but he is dragged down by the jersey by Keith Stanley. Stanley playing one of the defensive backs, but not before a awfully fine run that time by Rupp Hall.
Looks like he got 9 yards out of it, Jim.
He got
8 yards.
9 yards. Looks like more like 8 yards, and almost enough for the first down. Call it 2nd and 2 from the 41. And the give this time goes to Ambergy. Ambergy straight up the middle. He has a first down and more. Dwayne Ambergy, number 2, the man with the football that time.
4 yards on the carry.
At least a gain of 4. It's more than enough for the first down.
Jeff, have you noticed the name of this young man that's doing the running for Knott County, his first name? Yeah, I
Rupp
wonder where he got that from.
Paul. I don't know. That, in fact, head coach Ronnie Holcomb said that is actually not his real name. I think his first name is Charles, but they call him Rupp.
Rupp. Okay.
Rupp Hall. What a combination of Kentucky basketball names.
Right.
High formation. Everidge keeps it this time on the option and finds lots of room. Crosses the 45.
Jeff, did you notice the development of that option play then? The end, he took the pitch man, so this left the quarterback wide open. So it takes more than one man to cover that option play, which I mentioned earlier. It's a very difficult play to defend unless you've got the people lined up to do it.
That's exactly right. And once you have committed yourself on that play, there's no turning back.
Well, it takes a very intelligent quarterback to run that type of play, and this kid's doing an excellent job tonight.
Everidge runs it well. It's enough for a first down. 1st and 10 from the 43 of Jenkins, and they give this time to Hall. Hall across the 35 all the way down to the 30-yard line. Rupp Hall is having himself some kind of evening tonight, gaining yardage for the Patriots.
It's like about 13 yards on that carry.
Hall, a senior, he's another one of these people for Coach Ronnie Holcomb who won't be back next year, and he wants to leave everybody with a good memory of him tonight, and he's doing a fine job. That's another first down for Knott County. Everidge back to pass, looking. The southpaw puts it up, intended for Waylon Eastep, but it's incomplete, and in fact almost picked off by Chris Clark. Clark defending on the play. And Clark going both ways. Breaks up the pass.
Tell you, that's a good punt right there if you were having to punt the ball, but because he intercepted the ball and it's down about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, he did intercept the ball. I did not know that he had intercepted it, but he did. Clark coming up with the interception, and that breaks a string of 5 consecutive times. Knott County Central has had the football and scored.
He played the ball very well there, Jeff. He went down. When the guy stopped to catch the pass, he turned around and found the ball and was able to pick it off.
So Clark on the interception. And they're back into the football game. Nope, that's still Keith Stanley. I thought it was number 33, but getting off the bottom of the pile, number 23, Keith Stanley. So apparently Jody Gray, the tailback, the 6'2", 190 senior, suffered some kind of injury that has not been able to return to the football game because of it.
We give him about 2 yards on that.
Call it a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up for Jenkins. 6:35 clock moving, third quarter. Knott County leading 33-6.
Jeff, it looks like Knott County has some of the younger players in there on defense right now.
And the give this time goes to Kevin Green, and Green twisting and turning and fighting for yardage. As you see, he almost has it out to the 20-yard line. A fine run by Kevin Green, the fullback. He's only a freshman, 5'11", 150.
Looks like he may have picked up about 11 yards on that carry.
Which is enough for the first down. Just needed 8 for the first down, so it's first down yardage, 1st and 10 from just shy of the 20-yard line. Call it the 19. 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers of Jenkins. I formation, one wide out to this side, the near side. And the give going.
We've got a flag in there. Somebody's...
Keith Stanley, I believe, on the carry that time for Jenkins. But, again, there are flags on the play.
Jeff, somebody must have said something on the side. I have no idea what it is. But right now, the coach wants to talk about
whatever it is.
Talk to his players.
It goes against Jenkins, and there's a timeout on the field, as you see. Well, you don't see, but both head coaches trotting onto the field to talk to their respective teams. And with the timeout, we'll take a break as well. 6:52 to play, third quarter. Knott County Central leading Jenkins 30. First and long yardage as Bigger. Back to pass, looking, now fires over the middle, and it's complete. And a nice catch and a major league hit put on Lanier Gray as he hauled it in. And
looks like he picked up about 24 yards on that play. That kid's that's two pass plays tonight.
A fine defensive play by Knott County.
That's good. that gives him a total of 92 yards on 2 receptions tonight. So he's been very effective.
Shane Franklin, who's playing center field for the Patriots on the stop. I formation now for the Cavs. And Figure this time giving to Green. Green twisting and turning for yardage and has it up near the 38-yard line.
Like he's picked up about 3 yards on the carry there, Jeff.
It's a first down for Jenkins, so they get out of that deep hole that they were in. I'll tell you what, from the times that we have seen them pass the football tonight, they've thrown it very well.
Right. Well, of course, Coach Holcomb hasn't replaced all of his starters, but he does have some young people in there, and this will help Jenkins a little.
So Jenkins.
See the umpire, evidently the ball was turned the wrong way for the center, so he asked the umpire to come in and spot it better from. Uh-oh.
And this pass is picked off right into the hands of Scotty Triplett, the linebacker. Triplett will go all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. And
that covered about 35 yards, Jeff.
About a 35-yard pass interception returned for a touchdown for Knott County by Scotty Triplett. Triplett, a junior who will be back next year for Coach Ronnie Holcomb. And he looks to be quite exhausted as he comes toward the sideline, and well, he should be after that long but very fine return.
Football doesn't weigh very much if you put it on a scale, Jeff, but when you start carrying it down the field with all those guys chasing you, it gets heavy.
Not to mention all the armor you're wearing as you are running. Gets to be quite heavy as well. Holcomb will be in to put down the extra point for Knott County, but it falls short again. Average on the hole, but this time it's off to the left. Knott County Central fails on the PAT.
Young man looks like he's just getting under the ball a little too much. That's why it's not reaching the crossbars. We'll have to work on that between now and next year. Jeff, it looks like this season's going to go down 0-10 for the Jenkins Cavaliers. And, you'd like to see a team win a few games during the season.
Well, they won't be the first team in football history that has never won a football game.
Right.
And this one is just a little bit short as it hits at about the 40-yard line. And
the kick was only good for about 21 yards. He's just getting under the ball a little too much. He needs to raise his sights a little.
And Jenkins will have it. 1st and 10 from their 39. Clock moving with 4:41 to play in the third quarter. Knott County having scored that last touchdown, up now 39-6. I formation behind Figure. And quick pitch into the backfield. This goes to Stanley. Now here's the reverse once again.
It's that triple reverse.
And with it ending up with a football, Keith Stanley, I believe. Let's see who gets up. Nope, check it. It's Lanier Gray, the split end. The last man in that triple reverse exchange. And he's going to be thrown for a loss. Some fans enjoying the game here this evening, and needless to say, have come well equipped to face the weather this evening. The temperature's in the low 30s. 2nd down and about 16 for the Cavaliers, and there's a loose football. And Knott County Central has recovered. Coming up with it, number 36 there for...
It's Sherman Holiday, Jeff. He's a senior. I'm sure he'll remember that. That'd be one of his things he can remember when he's old and gray like I am and can talk about it.
So Knott County Central will get the football right back. And, they are yet to punt the football this evening.
Well, except for the one time here, they've gone in and scored each time they've had the ball. Of course, they ran out of time at half there, but other than that, they've put it in the end zone each time they've gotten control of the ball.
That time they had the football intercepted. This time the give goes to Rodney Sloan, and Sloan gets all the way down to about the 22. A nice run that time by Rodney Sloan.
Looks like he's picked up about 14 yards on that one.
Sloan, a junior, 6'1", 160. Head coach Ronnie Holcomb returns pretty much a junior-oriented ball club next year.
He only had 8 or 9 seniors out there at halftime when they were introducing the seniors and their parents, Jeff.
This time, Rupp Hall gets the call. Hall with lots of room, gets all the way down to about the 5-yard line, but a flag is dropped.
the umpire in there has thrown a flag in the middle of the field. I would venture to say there's holding by one of the Patriots there in the middle. That's the preliminary signal is holding against the Patriots. So they'll bring that fine run back.
Nice run by Rupp Hall, as he has done the bulk of the ball carrying tonight for Knott County. But this one will be brought back due to holding by the Patriots, as you see it being marked off there.
Jeff, there's David Barker, the referee tonight. David is an old Patriot. He's been around a long time. He and I refereed together for years. David, I'd say, has been refereeing high school football for anywhere from in the neighborhood of 15 years, so he's been around a while.
Are you going to say how long it's been, or were you just going to kind of mumble when you got to that part? Anyway, Knott County Central this time from the Wishbone, and the pitch goes to Triplett, I believe. That is Scotty Triplett in that Wishbone formation, and he got the call that time. Got it down to about the 20-yard line.
Looks like he got about, 8 yards on that carry?
About an 8-yard pickup that time. Yeah, 8 yards. 8-yard pickup by Scott Triplett. This is the first time we've seen them go from the Wishbone tonight, Cat. We've seen them in the slot I formation, and they run from a multiple offense, but they've not really interchanged it much tonight.
Well, this is an unusual situation for the Patriots, or for any high school football team, Jeff, to be able to just play around and do things you'd like to do. You know, you've got a big lead, and that way you can kind of toy around and see what will go and what will not.
Again from the bone, the pitch this time going to, let's see who checked that it was, Ronnie Rose in the backfield that time. We're going to see a lot of different people, I'm sure, from here on in for the Patriots as the clock winds down with under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Knott County leading 39-6. That's Ronnie Rose you see there. Also warming up down on the sideline there, throwing the football. That is none other than Paul Vogel, number 84. The son of our proud news, or directs the news, I should say, Paul Vogel, who's also on the sidelines tonight with a camera. And he might have been responsible for that shot, I would say. No.
Of course, this is the first night here, Jeff, from the Knott County Central Football Stadium. It's a televised football game here in the mountains. Of course, I think this is something that's going to really benefit the area schools for the years to come. The TV station here has been starting to cover these games and giving these kids some exposure, so this will be good.
Well, we certainly hope that it begins to snowball and becomes that and more. Knott County with the football that time, looking at a third down situation now. We'll have to, well, that was a fourth down there. And
right. Jenkins has held them for the first time.
Jenkins has held for the very first time tonight. 1st and 10 from the 13 for Jenkins. Figure in at quarterback once again, and the give goes to Keith Stanley, I believe, on the carry. Stanley not finding anything. No, check it. It's Keith Green, number 20 there. A 5'11", 150 freshman. So Jenkins, certainly with all these freshmen starting and underclassmen, that has to give Coach Randy Bentley something to hope for the future.
I'd say you'll see some improvement out of these kids. They'll go back and remember this 0-10 season. That'll really give them some cannon fodder to go work on for next year.
He starts 4 freshmen on offense. And they look at a 2nd down and 10. No gain on that last play, and they're looking to throw this time. Firing downfield and incomplete. Intended for Lanier Gray at the 40-yard line, call it.
There's a picture of Coach Randy Bentley. It's been a long season for him, Jeff, but I'd say they'll get better.
In his first season will be one that he will remember because it was a winless season. But that just gives him more to hope for next year. Again, figure back to pass and looking and firing incomplete. And that will bring the first, I should say third quarter, to an end. Average depending on the play. And the pass was intended for Travis Revazie again. And that brings the first, should say third. Freeze is blocked, but it gets a pretty nice bounce and rolls out of bounds at the 42-yard line. No, check it.
38.
38, rather.
So Knott County will have good field position.
Not a bad punt, even though it was partially blocked. But Knott County will take over 1st and 10 from the Jenkins 38-yard line as we begin the 4th and final period of play. As you see, 39-6, Knott County Central with the lead and the football. And we'll see if we have seen, or if we're going to see wholesale changes.
Well, I still see their quarterback still in there yet.
Average will return to quarterback the team, number 11. Been there all night. He's 5'10", 155, and a junior. Another player that Coach Holcomb will have back next season. The give goes to Sloan. Sloan off right tackle, trying to get outside. Not much there for him. Maybe a yard or two. Everybody in the Knott County Central backfield that has started tonight will return, with the exception of Rupp Hall, which they lose next year. They call it a gain of 1 for Sloan. Call it 2nd and 9 now from the 37. This time with a pro set formation, and the give going to Rupp Hall. Hall maybe 3 or 4 yards, but not a lot there for him.
No, they tightened up a little bit on him, Jeff. Of course, Knott County knows they're not going to have to play that hard from this point on, so I'm sure they're not putting everything into it like the coach would like to have them to do.
Well, I'm sure they can coast from here with a 39-6 lead. They're in the 4th quarter, and this one all but in the bag. Knott County again. Average. Pitch goes to Hall. Hall looking for some room. Now he gets to the outside, trying to cut it up, and is brought down there by Chris Clark. Clark making the tackle and a fine play. I should say not Clark, but Robbie Sexton, number 40. 40 run is Chris Clark. 40 is Robbie Sexton, and Sexton made the stop on Hall.
It's very aggressive defense there by Sexton. He really came after the ball carrier.
And that one is going to be near the first down yardage needed. They may have to call for a measurement
I
here.
think they're going to bring the chains across, Jeff.
So Knott County Central will go for it on 4th down, needing just a couple of inches to pick up the first down. And we see in quarterback now, we have finally seen a change there. And that is Todd Jacobs, who we saw warming up along the sideline earlier. Jacobs, number 12. The pitch goes to Ambergy. Ambergy has a first down and more.
Ambergy made a very aggressive run that time, running very strong.
Ambergy stopped that time by Mike Cancel, 5'11", 145, one of the defensive ends, or I should say linebackers for Jenkins.
Of course, Ambergy is a 5'5", 180-pound fullback or running back. He's a strong-built little fellow.
Very strong.
And at 180 pounds in high school, that's not very little.
And Ambergy again with a call, and this time gets up near the 20-yard line, but a flag goes down in the vicinity. So we'll wait and see what that's about. As you see the yellow hanky laying across the sideline.
He's talking to the Jenkins player, so it's probably holding on the line, I'd say.
Cat, are those yellow handkerchiefs, are those come in monogram? Can you get your initials on them?
Well, I think most people just soon not to have their name on those flags, so they won't know who threw them. You have holding there as the official gives the signal against the Patriots. That's something that's different. That in the past, it was a 15-yard penalty. It's now the same as college. It's only a 10-yard penalty. I think the pros started this, and sometimes it's difficult for the fans to keep up with the rules where they change like that.
So brings up 1st and 19 for the Patriots. And the give goes to Rupp Hall on a draw play, and there was a gaping hole for Hall to run through.
Looks like he's picked up about 13. He got the 10 back plus a little surplus there.
Got some change as well.
Right.
And Rupp Hall, what a night he has had.
It looked like he, right there at the end, he cut to the right trying to escape the defense. And if he'd gone left, he'd probably gotten some more yards at it. One man was coming from that direction. Of course, he didn't see him.
2nd down and 7, a pickup of about 12 yards for Rupp Hall. I formation. That's a slot I formation. And Everidge back in at quarterback on the keeper this time. Not going to find a whole lot like he has most of the evening on that option. There making the stop is Mike Castle along with Robbie Sexton once again for Jenkins.
That was one of the shortest gains I think they've had on that option play tonight, Jeff.
They have run it well, and especially their starting quarterback, Chuck Everidge. And he's a junior. He'll be back next year to direct this offense. 8:22, clock moving. Knott County.
I believe there's a fumble. It looks like the white shirts have it this time.
That seems to be the indication, at least from Jenkins. And let's see. They have got it.
Right. The young man on the bottom there is wearing number 80, and that's Mike Castle.
Mike Castle, the linebacker.
He's a freshman. Another freshman
Just
for the Cavaliers.
Another one of the many freshmen for Randy Bentley and the Jenkins Cavaliers. So they'll take over. 1st and 10 at about the 16-yard line. Their own 16. 2 wideouts to this side, and there's a pass complete to Derek Hall. Hall, the flea flicker downfield, looking for and intended, but incomplete for, that time intended for Lanier Gray.
They're trying to find their long yardage man. Of course, Knott County's safety man over on that side did an excellent job. He stayed right at home, and really the man wasn't open. Normally that situation, that guy would be leaving, but J.J. Everidge was right there to make sure that that the kid from Jenkins didn't catch that football.
It developed very well anyway.
Well, that's 2 forward passes there, Jeff. In high school you can do that. In college and the pros, I don't think you can do it. You can have a lateral and a forward pass, but you cannot have 2 forward passes. Again, you can see there's differences in the rules in different facets of football.
7:50 to play in the football game. 2nd down and 10 now as Figure looking and completes his pass. Intended for and caught by, that's number 41, Chris Clark, and Rodney Sloan, one of the defensive backs on the stop for Knott County, but it's a 1st down.
Is that, that's one of the few first downs that Jenkins has been able to get here tonight, Jeff?
I don't think that may be their first down in this 2nd half, but then again, I'm not certain about that.
Well, I think maybe they got a 1st down on the long completed pass there earlier in the game.
I meant to say in the 2nd half.
Yeah, right.
I formation again. A pass out into the flat. This one complete to Lanier Gray, and Gray gets some running room out there up to about the 44.
I tell you, that kid, if he comes in at all, he's just a freshman, and with the quickness that he has, he'll be an exceptionally good high school receiver one of these days. In fact, he's a very good one right now.
Yes, he is. He's got good speed, good hands, and he is part of a touchdown pass that quarterback Figure connected on for the only score in this game for Jenkins, a 68-yard pass play in the 1st quarter. I should say 2nd quarter, 6:09 to play. The ball marked at the 40-yard line, and this time,
yes, looks like the
fumble
Patriots.
Football, and Knott County apparently coming up with it. That is Randy Rose coming up with a loose football. As Jenkins had it at their own 40-yard line after that fine play by Gray, but they turn it over, and Knott County has it back.
Looks like there was a little mix-up between the center and the quarterback. They just didn't get the snap there from the center that time, Jeff.
Comes with 6:40 to play in the football game, so Knott County will get it again. 39-6, they lead it over the Cavaliers of Jenkins. In at quarterback is Todd Jacobs, and looks like he gave it to the first man through, Ambergy. It is Dwayne Ambergy on the carry. Ambergy running hard for some yardage. He's very, very strong looking. He's stocky.
He's 5'5", 180 pounds. His center of gravity is very low, Jeff. He's hard to bring down.
As some people might say, like a water bug. And again from the I form. No, let's see. This time, well, it's the I formation with a slot to the right. And the handoff, and looks like a loose football. Let's see. Carrying the football maybe very carelessly was Ronnie Rose and had it stripped from him.
I think they got it back, though.
But apparently the Patriots got it back.
It's going to be, looks like it's going to be close enough for first down.
And Everidge goes back into the football game to QB the Patriots. And Jacobs comes out.
Well, it's not a first down, but it's only inches away, looks like.
3rd and 1. Probably less than 1.
That looks like their veer formation there the Patriots are on, set up in.
This time looking long and complete, and a touchdown.
Oh, a fingertip catch that time, Jeff.
Beautiful catch by Waylon Estep. That is his 4th touchdown reception of the evening, and the 5th one for quarterback Chuck Everidge.
Everidge really laid that football right on the money that time. Was that Everidge or Jacob?
Yeah, that was Everidge. Jacobs had just checked out on that play. And boy, what a beautiful catch that time by Waylon Estep, the 5'10", 170 junior. And he'll return next season for Coach Ronnie Holcomb. That was, what, about a 20? They didn't even get the actual yardage on that one, as this time the extra point attempt is no good, as that time James Ratliff back in to do the the extra point attempt further. No good. And with 5:14 to play in the football game, we'll take a break.
Here, Jeff.
1st and 10 from the 36 for Jenkins. Their own 36. 5 minutes to play in the football game. Knott County well on the way to their 4th win of the season. Here's a pass out in the flat to Gray. Gray gets up near the 40-yard line, or I should say the 45, rather.
They found a play that they can work, looks like, Jeff. They get it out there in the flat and let Gray do his thing with the ball.
We'll let him just go one-on-one with whoever's out there, and he's got some good moves on him. He's very quick, and he gets it down to the 43. Pick up on the play of about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Cavaliers. From the 43, their own 43, I formation with one wide out to this side. That's the bottom of your screen, and here we see the triple reverse again. Now Bigger gets it back, puts it in the air, and incomplete.
Oh, looks like all 3 of them back there deep touched the ball at one time or another, Jeff.
Back defending for Knott County was J.J. Everidge, and also back there, number 27, Stevie Seals. And the intended receiver for Jenkins was Derek Hall, the tight end. And I think it hit off all 3 men, as you said.
Right.
And almost landed back in the hands of Hall.
It took a few seconds for the play to develop as it was reversed with a pitch pass. And, of course, the receiver is almost too far downfield for him, the quarterback, to throw the ball that far.
There's the pass once again out in the flat from Figure to Gray, but this time it's incomplete.
He caught the ball.
Oh, he caught
it. Did he catch it? No, they called it incomplete. Okay,
incomplete.
He must have dropped it. Well, that's good. If he'd caught it, he'd have lost about 4 yards.
If that would have been an incomplete pass, it's still considered a forward pass, even though it's behind the line of scrimmage?
It's a forward pass as long as the ball's thrown forward. Now, if he had thrown it away from the line of scrimmage, then it would have been considered a lateral, and it would still have been alive. Right.
Fumble football. So, 4th and 5. Jenkins will go for it, and Figure back to pass, getting some pressure, will throw it anyway, and incomplete. Intended for Clark or Sexton, both in the area, but it falls incomplete at about the 45-yard line of Knott County Central. So the Patriots will get the football back with an even 4 minutes to play in the game.
Well, it's 4th down and about 5 yards, but you may not see Jenkins kick this thing.
Well, that was 4th down. So
was that 4th? Okay.
Yeah, it was 4th down.
Over. All right, I'm sorry.
So
My
Knott
fault.
County, it was because you've not seen him go on 4th down all night long.
Right.
But they went for it that time.
Well, at this stage of the game, they didn't have much to lose.
That's true. 1st and 10 for Knott County from the Jenkins 43. And a wishbone formation as Jacobs loses the football but gets back on it. It very much looks like a veer. Which is it, the wishbone or the veer?
I think it's the veer. They're sitting back there. It's kind of like a V. The fullback sits up front, and then you have your 2 backs sitting back behind him. They're close together in there, and it looks like a V. I think they call it the veer.
Everidge now checking back in at quarterback, and Jacobs coming out. A lot of changes being made. And that Knott County Central head coach Ronnie Holcomb, he's experimenting with a lot of offenses tonight because they do run from a multiple offense or have all season. The wishbone and the slot formation, the I formation.
So you can watch out for a pass here. They put Everidge back in at quarterback.
He's also experimenting with the veer tonight as well, and this time Everidge dumps it off to Ambergy. Ambergy gets some room across the 45, down to about the 40, down to almost the 30 inside the, well, they'll put it down to the 35.
Jeff, have you noticed Everidge? Is he a left-handed quarterback?
Yes, he
or
is.
right-handed?
He's a southpaw.
Okay.
I would notice something like that, being one myself.
He does an excellent job.
We southpaws have to stick together, outnumbered in society. Third down and 2. This time Jacobs back in, hands it off to Ambergy. Ambergy fighting for yardage. Boy, he's strong. Gets it down to about the 23-yard line.
That's good for about 12 yards, Jeff. Strong run.
He just won't go down, and plus now Knott County, or I should say Jenkins, with some different people into the football game, maybe a little younger, not near as strong, it's tough for them to bring him down.
Well, I tell you, with a young man as stout as he is, they're going to have to hit him down around the ankles and chop his feet from underneath him.
He's 5'5", 180, and again a junior. He'll be back next year. 1st and 10, as Ambergy picked up the first down, and he gets the call again. No, check it, it's not Ambergy. It's Franklin, Shane Franklin, and Franklin with a nice carry. Gets it down, all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Looks like he's picked up about 11. It's on about the 12-yard line, looks like, Jeff.
We got it down to about the 11-yard line, not inside the 10. They'll put it down about the 11 or 12. Clock continues to move with about 2:10 to play in the football game. Knott County leading it 45-6 and threatening once again. And now Everidge back in at quarterback, number 11. Now fakes it and now dumps it over the middle and incomplete.
He threw it just a little high.
The pass that time was intended for out of the backfield, I believe number 20, Shane Holcomb. No, it was Rodney Sloan. Check me on that. Rodney Sloan, number 24, as he comes back to the huddle. He was the intended receiver. And Ronnie Holcomb just making changes on every down as Everidge comes out and Jacobs back in to do the QB. And he hands it off to Rupp Hall, I believe. No, it's not Rupp Hall. It is Ronnie Rose again, and Rose with a fine carry. Got it down to about the 5. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and now the clock ticks down to about 1:35 left in the game.
Coach, it looks like he's using a different program to send in the new play.
Using a whole bunch of people tonight. And now Jacobs still at quarterback. Has backs behind him, and the give goes to Tyrone Fields. First carry of the evening, and Fields all the way down to about the 1 or 2. Fields, a 5'8", 155 freshman.
Of course, I think both of these teams, Jeff, they have a lot of young men on them. You're going to see a much improved football team from both schools in the next coming years.
Clock continues to move with inside a minute, 45 seconds remaining in the game. 1st and goal for the Patriots now.
Ball's on the 1-yard line, looks like.
It is on the 1, and Jacobs giving the ball to Shane Franklin, I believe. Number 6, yep. He's the man who carries it in for the touchdown. 6'2", 155, and a sophomore scores for the Patriots. And now they go up 51-6. And a kick is down. It's up. It's good by James Ratliff. And now we'll take a break. 51-6. Knott County over Jenkins.
If you made a list of all the things Chris Perkins has done in Congress, it would get mighty long. Like $11 million for the bridge at Maysville, blocking a 25% increase in student loan interest rates, $10 million for the Yatesville Dam, $8 million additional dollars for manpower training in eastern Kentucky, increased funding for Head Start, $18 million in water sewer projects in 11 counties. And the list goes on. Let's keep Congressman Chris Perkins working for us.
Welding the coal industry together, Damron Welding in Pikeville. Damron Welding builds anything made of steel. Belt lines, hoppers, and more, serving complete needs for the coal mines. Special orders, including stacking conveyors, fabrication work on the job or in the shop, mining, other business, or residential. We do it all. Test our metal at Damron Welding and new...
4 seconds remaining in the game. And here's the ensuing kickoff. And with it, looks like Keith Stanley, number 23, trying to find some room outside. Nothing there for him. Some nice coverage that time. That is Sherman Holliday down there to make the stop for Knott County.
He got it out to about the 22-yard line, looks like, Jeff.
And coming up should be the last play of the game with only 26 seconds remaining in this football game. And Knott County will close out the 1986 season 4-6, while the Cavaliers of Jenkins will end up winless in 1986 under first-year head coach Randy Bentley. Flags on the play.
Jeff, somebody was across, and they were in the neutral zone there before the ball was snapped.
So that gets the clock down to about 10 seconds remaining.
It's like the offensive team. They were in the neutral zone. Just this, we talked about it earlier, but this is going to be the most successful football season that the Knott County Patriots have had so far in their football history. So, and he's got a lot of young men, so they're looking for better things to come, I think, in the future here.
And what a way to close out the season for Knott County, as the last play of the game is run, and this game is over, and the Knott County Central Patriots have defeated the Cavaliers of Jenkins 52-6. And Knott County will improve to 4-6 on the season. Jenkins winless in 1986. And we'll come back and wrap things up from here at Knott County right after this. Tonight, and joining us now is the victorious head coach of the Knott County Central Patriots, Ronnie Holcomb. Ronnie, feels pretty good, I guess, to close out the season with a victory, doesn't it?
Well, our kids played well tonight. We executed well. Our offense went the way we expected to go. Our kids played aggressive on defense, and when you do that, good things are going to happen. And tonight, you know, the score shows it.
Don't you feel that this has to give you a lot of momentum heading into next season, especially now that you have won the most games that has ever been won by a Knott County team?
Right. I think it's going to give our kids a little more initiative to hit the weight room, get some things done to get ready for next season. And we've got a lot of these kids coming back. So, you know, we played some seniors tonight that hadn't been playing normally, and we're a young ball club, and I think that these kids are going to have an incentive to go to the weight room this winter and get prepared for next season.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. Okay. Ronnie Holcomb, the head coach of the Knott County Central Patriots. For Cat Sizemore and our WYMT crew here in Hyman, we'll wrap things up tonight. We're once again the final score. The Knott County Central Patriots a winner over the Jenkins Cavaliers, 52-6.